Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be reacting to why do British singers have American accents? Why are you guys copying us? Just kidding. We kind of copy you a lot. But anyways, if you guys are new here, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get right into it.
Recently, I got asked this question on YouTube by Daniel Skymesser. Is the English accent in songs the same in speaking? i.e., do British singers change their accent when they sing? This is a great question and a topic that I've wanted to cover for ages. Let's take Adele. This is what she sounds like when she's speaking.
There's been a lot of chatter about me just being the host.
What?
Like, why isn't
I didn't even know she was
stuff like that. And there's a couple of reasons.
British.
My album's not finished, and I'm also too scared to do both.
It's a mixture of Cockney and received pronunciation features. But this is what she sounds like when she sings.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet.
Okay, Adele, no, okay?
So why is there such a big difference? Well, in this video, I'm going to explore some of the reasons why.
Interesting topic. I like this.
Firstly, we have to ask whether all British singers change their accents when they sing. And the answer simply is no, they don't. Many singers retain their spoken English accents when they sing, but we'll get to those later on. First of all, let's focus on the people who do change their accent. Now, we've mentioned Adele already, but there's also Elton John, Mick Jagger, Harry Styles, Little Mix, Dua Lipa, Sam Smith, Calvin Harris. The list could go on. Some people describe the accent as the mid-Atlantic accent, which borrows from both American English and British English. Now, a huge part of what makes someone's accent so distinct is their vowel sounds. I may say dance, someone in the north might say dance, someone in America might say dance, and when it comes to songs, vowel sounds are elongated, they're squashed to fit with the rhythm of the music. And as such, the singer needs to change the way they pronounce many words. Love is one of the classic words that get stretched out. Take the Beatles' Love Me Do. Love, love me do. Sorry, I won't do much singing today, but just to show you, right? Love, love me do. That long, elongated love. It's changing the sound, isn't it?
I see.
Interestingly, actually, the Beatles, when they sing All You Need Is Love, the word love, in fact, in both songs, is said with sort of that received pronunciation, love. Whereas in their spoken accents, Paul McCartney and John Lennon, they would have said love with that sound.
But looking back on it, you think the guy was totally in love with her. In love with her.
Wow.
So there you can see a changing of accent. Now, unfortunately, because of copyright, I can't use the original music in this video.
I hate copy.
I'm going to put a link to all the songs that I reference in the description below. So click those links and listen to the songs as I reference them. Now, just like vowel sounds, consonants are another great indicator of an accent. I say horrible, Louis Tomlinson says
horrible, horrible, horrible decision.
Now, in music, the difference in consonant sounds isn't as marked or pronounced as vowels, but there are some consonants where you can really hear a difference, particularly the T sound. In Ed Sheeran's Galway Girl, he uses pretty much his spoken English accent throughout the song, but then when it gets to the chorus, he says pretty little. Galway Girl.
Baby, I just wanna dance, my pretty little Galway girl.
Pretty little. So he changes the T sound, and he uses what we call an American.
All right, listen. Tell me if I'm wrong with this accent, but wouldn't it be like little, like that? Yo, come on. I think I got it.
So he
that was horrible.
Changes the T sound, and he uses what we call an American flap T. That's where the T kind of sounds like a D. So it's little. Pretty little. Now, why does he do that? Well, probably because it helps to smooth the sound. It's much easier to say pretty little than pretty little. Well, at least I think it's easier. So even though he's using his normal spoken English accent in the rest of the song, it's easier for him to say pretty little Galway girl. So we've talked about how vowels and consonants make our accents distinct from other accents. Also, our stress and intonation patterns affect the way that we speak. Hugely respected linguist David Crystal made this observation: a song's melody cancels out the intonation of speech, and the beat of the music cancels out the rhythm of the speech. So it's no wonder that when someone like Adele sings, it sounds very different to her spoken accent. We also have to consider how singers have to stress syllables to fit the words into the music. Now, it might seem strange to you that singers change their accents so much. You might be asking, why do they do it? Beyond the linguistic aspects that we've already looked at, there are other factors that we need to consider. Many of these British singers will have grown up listening to American music, and as they are learning to sing themselves, they are influenced by the accents that they're hearing. And this will in turn have shaped the way that they sing and the accents that they use. There's also a case for British singers mimicking what they've heard in American music. For example, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Cliff Richard, they all mimicked blues and rock and roll that came across from America, and that changed the way that they sung, that changed their accents. To a certain degree, we have to consider commercial reasons. That mid-Atlantic accent is much more recognizable to millions and millions of people around the world, and therefore it would have more commercial appeal. Just imagine the Beatles singing A Hard Day's Night but in a West Country accent. It's been a hard day's night and I've been working like a dog.
Yeah, that would not
doesn't
sound...
quite have that multi-platinum feel to it, does it? Look at One Direction. I analysed all 5 members' accents, and they have different distinct accents, and you can really hear where they are from. But when they all sing together...
Yo, I gotta say something about that. It's so fascinating to me, and it really wasn't at first, but the more and like the deeper and deeper I get into it, it's so fascinating to me, like the different regions with their different accents, like, ugh! I just want to visit so bad.
They have different distinct accents, and you can really hear where they are from. But when they all sing together, you'd have no idea.
Bro, what the heck? I bet this got copyright claim, but I can reenact the story.
And that's probably...
It definitely got copyright claim. That's why I had to mute it. But the story... No, I'm not going to do. All right, wait, what did I do?
Identified that this mid-Atlantic accent has more commercial appeal, and therefore it suits their purposes much better. Now, having said all that, there are some singers that choose to retain their spoken English accents. Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys, Lily Allen, The Proclaimers, Stormzy, Chaz and Dave, my personal favourites, they all choose to retain their spoken accent. But why do they do that? Well, there are several reasons. One could be that bands, artists choose to root their music in the place that they're from to have some sense of authenticity. The Arctic Monkeys are a great example of this. Let's take their early hit, Mardy Bum. Now, not only are there features of a Yorkshire accent in there, boom, that sound, and up and away. But we've also got an example of slang, local Sheffield slang, Mardy being kind of moody. So not only is the pronunciation, but the vocabulary is rooting their music in Sheffield. And Sheffield and Yorkshire was a huge part of their early identity. And so that would have been the reason why. And I guess to them it's authenticity. They did a song called Fake Tales of San Francisco, where they talk about a band trying to sound like they're from San Francisco, but they're from Rotherham, another town in Yorkshire. Whereas for the Arctic Monkeys, they sounded like they're from Sheffield because they're from Sheffield, and that's being authentic. Lily Allen did the same thing with her London twang on her hit Smile. She used a glottal T on little and on mental. And again, that really rooted her music in the city.
I've heard that before too.
And that was a part of her identity, which you could argue is for commercial purposes, of course.
Hell yeah.
But it's also just linking her to the place that she's from, and therefore that's where her music is from. We also have to consider that some genres of music are synonymous with certain accents. For example, American country music predominantly uses a Texan accent.
Yeah.
Here in Britain, grime and hip hop artists mainly use multicultural London English, though of course there are examples of other accents, but that's the predominant one that's used. And again, that's linking the music to the location. It's almost as if the accent is as important to the music as the melody, the rhythm, and the instrumentation. One area of music that I love hearing accents is in football chants. You wouldn't think that 30,000 people, all with their own...
Hey, I've heard it firsthand. I've reacted to a bunch of those.
You wouldn't think that
You can hear the
30,000
accent.
people, all with their own individual accents, would sound the same. But strangely, when they come together, you can hear one distinct accent. In this chant sung by Tottenham Hotspur fans who are from London, you can hear the Cockney features, the dropping of the H on E's and Ari. You've also got the wide vowel sound of Kane, and also that one. He's one of our own. Well, if that was the north of England, it would be one of our own, but because it's the south of England, one. So even in that short chant, you can hear features of a Cockney accent. If you'd like to learn more about British accents, in particular with musicians, then you can check out these two videos.
Yo, guys, if you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did, you gotta subscribe to this guy. Wow, that was awesome. I'm actually gonna subscribe right now. I like that video a lot. Like, I've reacted to one of his videos in the past about like the education system, and it was really well put together. And then I was just looking around, and he popped up, and I was like, wow, this seems good. And yeah, here we are. So yeah, that was a super interesting video. I think he put it together in a way that makes sense for people who aren't very, you know, close with the whole accent thing. We don't really understand all the technical aspects of music, I guess you could say. Sorry, that took a while for me to put together. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below some things you would like for me to check out in the future, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.